Hello, 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 hello. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Samson. Welcome, Divine Favor, Divine Chidebere. Welcome, Miracle, most active. Welcome, everyone, to today's class. Today is going to be an amazing class. It's going to be very, very sharp. Going to be more going to be something that you did not really expect. I trust your day has been going well. I trust everything has been going well with you. How was today? I trust you had fun. Please, if you can hear me in the comment section, just type I can hear you so that I'll not just be talking to myself. Thank you so much. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome to the live session. If I am clear enough, if you can hear me, just type in the comment section, Boss Uzi, I can hear you. Boss Uzi, I can hear you. All right. Thank you so much, Miracle Dorcas. So we're going to be starting without further ado. No need to do a reminder again. I think I've done the best I can do to my people. So anybody that sees it will meet us. Welcome. Today we are going to be talking about how to land job as a copywriter. And basically, the first thing you need to do as a copywriter before you land job, you must create a winning portfolio. You must create a winning portfolio because nobody is going to employ you when you don't have solid evidence that you can actually do the work. So that is exactly what we are going to be doing today. So thank you so much. So let's go straight into business. I think my phones are all on muted. I've done the necessary, arrangement. So welcome everyone to today's class. I'm so delighted to have everyone here. So if you have not, liked this channel or you've not liked this video, please just like at the normal way we used to do it. So that I'll just see that you guys are liking. And also subscribe if you have not subscribed. I want to welcome you. This is going to be a very, very sharp class. Very, very sharp. Thank you for liking. I can see one like. I can see one like. So why is the thing not loud? All right. All right, so let's go straight into business. So I'm going to be sharing my screen right now. So if you can see my screen, just type in the comment section, just type I can see your screen, Boss Uzi. All right, this is day 4, copywriting challenge day 4. Beautiful. I'm so delighted to have everyone here again, once again. So today is day 4, and in day 4, we are going to be dealing on portfolio. Now, the first question I would like to ask you today is if you had a hospital, if you own a hospital, can you employ someone that doesn't have training or a proof that he or she can operate on clients? Are you going to give your patient to somebody that is not proven that he or she can operate on clients? Yes or no? I want to know in the comment section. So the answer is going to be definitely no. So the truth is that why do you expect someone to employ you because you are good? Like you just put in your mind that you are super good. Why do you want somebody to employ you just because you're good? You understand? So without proof, you can't get premium job on the online space. Quote me anywhere. There's a lot of things going on right now. People will tell you you can get land job, blah blah blah. But without a proof of job of work, nobody is going to employ you. Even when you learn copywriting, you can be the best copywriter in the world, but as long as you want to use it to get jobs, everybody would demand your portfolio before you can land a single job. So I'm going to show you how to build your portfolio very, very fast in just less than 30 days. I'm going to show you how to build your portfolio very, very fast in less than 90 days so that you can land the job of your dreams. Now, there are different ways I've outlined here that can help you build your portfolio, and I'm going to be taking them one by one. I think we have 6 ways here. We are going to be starting with the first one, free jobs. Now, before I go into today's class, free jobs, I would just like to do a little bit of, recap on what we have done so far. So, what we've done so far, this is a copywriting challenge. This is a 5-day, copywriting, boot camp. It's a 5-day copywriting challenge. Now, the reason for this challenge is I understand that this economy is not going to, is this economy is already depreciating. Now, I want you to look back to many years ago when I was small, when we used to play football in our house. When we used to play football in our house, and the reason why many of us come outside to play football is because there's no light. That was 20 years ago, 25 years ago. In 2026, imagine 25 years ago, this year, there is still no light anywhere in the world. That tells you something that things don't really change. You need to what? You need to save yourself. And for you to save yourself in this time and age, there is something called personal sovereignty. Many years ago, people used to complain in Nigeria there is no job. In 2026, there is also no job. And any job that you probably see may just want to what? Use you. That is where personal sovereignty comes in. You need to build yourself in a way that you don't depend on anybody to eat in this nation. And that is exactly what I did. Explain how a guy that spent 8 years in university, probably graduated well, spent all my years there just trying to graduate with a certificate so I can use it and go and start looking for a job here and there. But I realized that there was no job, even as a mathematics student, unless I want to go and be doing principal and HOD in one public school like that. Even with my mathematics brain, spending years doing real analysis, I'll go and end up in one grammar school. Then when I end up in one grammar school, I'm being paid 85,000 because it is correct. It is 85,000 or 90,000. In the university, they are paying as a starter or as a graduate assistant, they are paying 104. If you're so good, 110. You understand? So this is the kind of salary you are expected to earn. And in that salary, you're going to pay house rent. That means you need to, if you cannot even stay in a house of more than ₦1,000,000. And if you're, and is that the salary you want to use and train your children? Is that the salary you want to use and marry? Is that the salary you want to use and give your mommy or father to say, take, I love you so much, or buy Valentine's gift for your spouse? Is that the salary you want to use and, buy the Benz you're seeing online? No, it can't happen. You need to understand that this online, you need to understand that the job space and just relying on a job, physical job, is almost a scam. Now, many people say online skills are scam, but let me tell you something. The real scam is the job space, because a lot of big firms will always want to use you and give you peanuts. I am not talking down on this because I did not secure a job. I am talking down on this because I have and one thing about the job industry is that when you finally get a job, you're going to lock in, you're going to be there for many years. They are going to start increasing your salary from 150 to 200. We will still be going to work, entering transport. You're still going to be entering transport. You're still going to be, they're going to be collecting tax from your 150. Highest, increase to 200. Is that the kind of life you want to live? No, no, no. God, thank you for the life I'm living right now. I am not trying to bamboozle anybody's lifestyle. But let me tell you something. There's something called personal sovereignty. How did it start for me? It started with this internet space. I wish I can show you in my book, in my notepad. Thank God for Samsung for synchronization. 2020, I wrote in my notes, Samsung notes, should I optimize my life for a job, or should I optimize my life for what's working remotely, doing my business personally? I did a table. I said the work remotely, I can XYZ did. Ladies and gentlemen, how many years? 2020 and 2026, just almost 5 years. That was when I made the decision. And go and check the track record. From YouTube to Instagram to Facebook, everywhere, consulting gigs, Upwork gigs, copywriting gigs, speaking gigs, trained over 15,000 students. I will not be able to do this if I was in the confined or if I was in the space. I know there are things to freelancing. It's not a very, very, beautiful thing, because you can be alone, you can be doing your stuff alone. And that is why you need to optimize. You need to also, since you know that freelancing is a lonely job, you can go to your churches, you can go to your mosques, and mingled here. That is where you build, relationship. But when it comes to the matter of earning, it has to be online if you really want to see the full benefit of the internet space. I am not telling you all these things. I'm just trying to remind you that, see, nothing is changing. You need to go harder. And there is a person that has the secret. The person that has the secret. See, let me tell you something. There are a lot of rich friends I have, and when you ask them to show you the way, you see them making millions and thousands. You ask them to show you the way. They start recommending things for you like Amazon KDP. They start recommending YouTube automation. They start telling you many beautiful things. But why are they not doing that thing? The only person that actually changed, the only person that actually, the only person that carried my hand and said, BOSSUHZI, yeah, this is not, all these things you're doing is not, come and do what is working. I cannot forget 2020. Somebody took me to the market, BOSSUHZI, this is where you're going to start and build capital in the markets. Buy here, post it online, then, market it using Facebook ads. Then when orders come, you sell. Everybody is just saying, buy this, buy, go and learn this one, go and learn this one. 1 million advisors, zero helpers. BOSSUHZI is not here to advise you. BOSSUHZI is here to help you. The goal, the waiting go bring the money for you. No be many things where you think, no be all those plenty noise. What will bring the money for you is having a product or a service. Now, a product can be a skill. A product can be something you created based on your knowledge. It can be something you created based on the skills you have learned. You cannot create a product without having a skill. BOSSUHZI created products because of just one skill, copywriting sales. I've been able to consult, able to teach, able to do a lot of marketing business for many people just because of one skill. You may be asking me, BOSSUHZI, what is that my one skill? There are a lot of skill in this world, but the blueprint I use for my own life to transcend is not Amazon KDP, it's not affiliate marketing, it's just learning the skill of knowing how to sell with your words, knowing the skill of copywriting. So what did I say? In day one, I demystified copywriting, telling you that what it is the act of crafting emotionally compelling marketing message that triggers an ideal audience towards take a buying decision. And I remember one day I was in a rooftop with one of my friends, and I told this guy, I think around 2019, yes. And I told him, or 2020, I told him this is the blueprint for my life because I spent this years in university. I graduated with this amount of credits. I don't feel I want to go in the job route. I want to go here. He asked me, does this thing really pay? A group of friends at the back mocking me, a group of friends. I will not even be shy to say this one. A group of friends mocking me, saying, "BOSSUHZI, they create content, BOSSUHZI, they do all these things online." Guess what? I was secretly stacking, making the cash. This is how your own life will be. Like a sprint, like a ghost. You're just going to go and rent your own house, go and buy car, go and give your church this one. That is how your life is going to change. But it's not going to change if you're not serious. I've done too much of talking, and the reason why I'm doing this talking is just so that you guys understand that, see, I'm not here to play. More than just making money online, I'm here to give you the what instructions that will change your life. So let's go into business. So yesterday we talked about on the second day, I talked about how you guys can use the power. I told you copywriting is divided into four: headline, hook, body of a copy, and call to action. Yesterday, on Tuesday, we did headlines where I told you that writing a very strong headline alone can write your entire copy. So I demystified headline from A to Z. If you know what that video, kindly go back to those live sessions and watch. Tomorrow is going to be the final day of this boot camp of this challenge. Yes. So yesterday we used AI to write a full copy. So let me show you guys the copy we used AI to write, even though we've not edited it yet. But so docs. So it's an amazing time to be having to share all these things with you people, because there's nobody that loved me so much at when I was starting out to just tell me the truth. So this was the copy we started writing yesterday, and I told you guys the psychology of writing headline. We agreed that this headline was good. I told you guys how to share the link, whereby you click here and make the link shareable to your client, to anybody with the link, so that anybody with the link can have access to it. You understand? So today, we are going to be learning how to put all these our copies into a portfolio. Okay, before portfolio, let me tell you this one: how to build your portfolio. The first one is you need to do free jobs. Now, a lot of people may say, "Boss Uzi, why do free jobs?" Free jobs was exactly how I actually started getting traction in copywriting. There was an mine, somebody that was into affiliate marketing. So he was generating leads from Facebook, doing all this online stuff. He was making so much money, but he was leaving a lot of people on the ground. People, he just generate leads, do a class, and sell the little ones and go. And what did I do? I told him that, see, I can help him write persuasive copies that he can use to convert those people that has not been converted. Then that was how the journey started. So I started helping him write free copies, and my number was there as the call to action. So people were sending me receipt of 60K. And I was like, wow. So just my writing alone was able to bring in a lot of people to sign up. Yes, because he just does the webinar just like this, and he doesn't do follow up. But I introduced follow up, like arrogant follow up, and that was how things started moving. So that is the first way to build your portfolio. When you start writing copies for people, you start for free. You start building muscle, and those muscle, you're just going to compile all those copies you're writing for them and put it in a document folder. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. You're going to put it into a document folder. Now, the second one is actually doing an actual work. How did I get my first actual job? This same guy, I stopped working for him. I stopped doing free jobs for him. He realized that this thing I was doing was actually good. So I think first time he referred me to one of his friends that was doing crypto, and I was the one that helped them write a very badass sales letter, sales copy, email letters, and all that. And they sold their book, they sold their community, and all that. So they paid me a heavy amount of money because they were crypto guys. Those guys, they deal in crypto, they deal in BTC, they deal in high currencies. So if you, God bless you, you meet your first client early, and your life will just change. And I pray that you don't just meet because if you meet a client that can pay you very, very well, maybe your first job as a copywriter, you're being paid like something like $600, $700, $1,000. I'm sure that you're going to, anytime you see all those people that is bringing $100, $85, per job, or $200, though is big, but you're going to be like, what is all this rubbish? So let me tell you the standard amount you're going to be making as a copywriter. Are you guys interested in learning? Are you guys interested in learning the standard amount you're going to be making as a copywriter? So the standard amount you're going to be making as a copywriter as a beginner, if you're just starting out, if you've never put your hand on pen before, if you've never written for somebody before, see, don't be very, very shy to charge. Don't be very, very shy. Depending on the work, especially for a sales page, don't be shy to collect that $100 per job. Then, to be honest with you, let me know if I exaggerate it. Don't be shy to collect 80. I think 80 should be the minimum standard you should collect. Now, when you collect 18, when you start doing the job and delivering, when you start knowing that you're good, your price increases from 80 to 150, from 150 to 200, from 200 to 300, from 300 to 400, from 400 to 500. Now, if it's email copies, if it's retainership, monthly kind of job stuff as a beginner, at least 350 to 400. Sorry, I'm using dollars because most of all these people that pay well, from abroad, Nigerian clients will charge you 50K for a sales copy job. It's okay because Nigerian people they like mediocre work, so you don't need to kill yourself and stress. Collect your 50K, collect your 60K as a beginner. But online international clients from 80,000 $80. That is about $80 is going to be 100 and something, times it by 514 something. You understand? So I'm telling you all these things so that your mindset is not going to be so, because BOSSUHZI is collecting 1.5 doesn't mean you're going to also make 1.5. No, it's not as easy as that. Nobody will tell you online is easy. Don't go and be whining yourself. If you whine yourself, or if you whine yourself too much, you will stay many, many months without job. You understand? Please like this video if you're all this value I'm giving. You guys are not liking. Abi, did I charge you for this live? Like this video now. All right. So that is it. So that is it. So that is exactly what you need to be expecting as a beginner. So let me continue share my screen so that I can, you know, continue. So doing actual work is how to actually build your portfolio. Now, the next one is very important, group work. Now, group work is where, how many of you remember your lecturers then in the university when some of them will write a paper and you'll be seeing a lot of names in the paper in the research, like application of linear programming to simplest method, or you can say how to use partial differential equation to solve real life problem by Dr. This, by Dr. That. But only Dr. Nweze will be the one to write it. Oh. But Dr. Nweze will go and meet Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve will say, this your work is very, very nice. Oh. Can you put my name? Let me give you some money. So that means if I'll have a published work. So Dr. Steve will go and meet Dr. Amina. Dr. Amina, oh yeah, three of them will now own the project. That is the group work is going to be attributed to all of them. So if you search anybody's name online, you're going to see that project belonging to the three of them. If you search one person, you'll see that project belonging to that one. So this is group work, and how can you group work is when you find in copywriting spaces, when you find a person, or maybe you and a colleague worked on a paper or a copy together that is converting for a client and it was successful, then you can now put that copy in your portfolio. Do you understand? You can now put that copy in your portfolio. So, how many of you can relate to what I'm saying? How many of you can relate? If you can relate to what I'm saying, type in the comment section. I can relate. Understand? So, those are your lecturers. They have group. They do group work, and in the copywriting space, for you to get an elaborate, portfolio, something that is worthy of note, you can't do it on your own. No, you need to collaborate. And the best place to collaborate for a copywriting job is when you're in a community of copywriters. I keep, many people just want to you can't steal people's work and just be, you need to be in a community of copywriters that would help you, boost your portfolio, because a lot of us don't have solid portfolios. Now, let me show you number 4, internship, but let me show you an example of a portfolio because that is exactly what we are going to be doing today. So I think today I reviewed one of my students' portfolio. So let me check my history. Let me find it. I reviewed one of my student portfolio. But I always review my student work every now and then. Okay. Okay. All right. This one of my students' work. I think this is the first one I reviewed today. So this is one of my students' work I reviewed today. I hope it is it. Okay, while it's still loading, let me continue to check. I just want to show you guys an example of portfolio so that you guys don't be in the dark. You guys understand exactly what I'm talking about. All right. I think this is it. So let it load. Oh, not this one. All right. Okay, I think I saved one person portfolio. Okay. So I was just doing some text test copies. So now this is an example of a portfolio. So, or let me just use it here. This is an example of a portfolio. Where is that website now? No, no, where? Docs. Where is that? Okay, let me just go to my Google Drive. Let me just go to my Google Drive and just show you an example of a portfolio folder. So this is my particular, this is just my own personal so let me introduce you to one of my students. So this is one of my students, portfolio. And you can see it has three different things. It has social media copies, sales copies, email copies. So let's click on the social media copies, Twitter posts, X, blah, blah, blah. So you can see everything has been graded. Why sales copies? When you click on sales copy, you can see sales page, product description, landing page. Let's go to landing page. So you can see one of the landing page that this person has done. You understand? You can see one of the landing page that this person has done. So this is just like a full copy. A portfolio is just a list of job you've done before. Now, this is one of my student copy. This is like one of my student copy. If you're in my copywriting, system, this is the kind of copies that I have approved that you're going to be writing, not mediocre work. You understand? You're going to be writing copies that are intelligently aligned like this. I'm going to be teaching you how to structure your copies like this, how to structure your copies like this. You understand? You can see how beautiful and visually appealing it is. You understand? This is just a system I teach in my mentorship system. So you can see this is a particular test copy for a particular client. This is one of my students doing one job for one client. You can see the CIA, workshop, blah, 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 and with proof, with images, and all these things was done with Google Docs. You understand? All these things was done with Google Docs. And at the end of the day, when he's done what writing, he puts it in his word portfolio. He put it in his word portfolio. So there are still a lot of them. There are still a lot of them. It's just unfortunate that I can't find a lot of them right now. But nevertheless, I want to show you guys the big, because I think I reviewed a lot of work this morning. So yesterday, this today, more from this side. So today is 19th, right? 19th. All right, I'm not, my log did not just shine today for me to find it. So that is exactly, how, that is exactly how a portfolio is going to be like, is going to look like. Understand? Your portfolio is just a list of jobs that you've done before. When you've done those list of jobs, you just tabulate it into a folder like this. Just tabulate it into a folder. So this is one person's work. Let me open another person's work for you. So this is, let's check Grace work. So you can see Grace work. The first thing is about me. About me. So it's still empty, but she has created the folders already. And that is what I taught today for free. Many of you did not open that class. So her own is still empty. Maybe she just joined. So that is for her. You can see. So I don't want to just go in depth right now, but that is exactly what a portfolio is all about. So, ladies and gentlemen, so the next way to build your portfolio is through internship. Internship is another way to build your portfolio. Now, when it comes to internship, don't allow people to use you in Nigeria, especially Nigerian people. You may want to intern for somebody, they will just use you. They'll go and do this one, go and be doing that one, go and be doing that one. You understand? But but internship is a system whereby you are working with someone to basically help them reduce their workload while you learn, because they have a platform, they have real time, sample size and all that. So internship is just you deploying your skill in a system. Now, some internship can be paid, some internship can be free, depending on the workload and depending on who is looking for internship. If you're the one looking for internship, then you can offer a free service. But if they are looking for, then they should pay you an incentive. Intensive is just like doing IT in a company. Now, another way to build your portfolio is through what certification. Is through what certification. So certification is very, very strong way to build what your portfolio, and that is why in my mentorship system, when you're finally certified, I give you something called a certificate. Now, that certificate is going to help you in the online space. That certificate is going to help you, land. That certificate is going to help you what land jobs. That certificate is going to help you, show people that you've actually done the work. You understand? When people see that you've actually done the work before, and you're being satisfied by an industry, it becomes easy for them to what trust you with their jobs and all that. So certification is one other way to what build what a portfolio. So another way to build a portfolio is through mentorship. Now that brings me to my mentorship program, because I told you guys about the DWC program. Let me just talk about it in a bit. Now, today we are going to be building a very, very sharp, portfolio. I'm going to also be showing you how to get jobs. I'm going to be showing you what the Upwork community look like. I'm going to be showing you what the how to actually land these foreign jobs online. So, okay. So now, when it comes to building your portfolio, one other way is mentorship, and this is like a strong way. Like if you're my student, if you're a DWC student, just type in the comment section, you're my student. Now, my students, they will tell you that this community, we don't talk too much, but this community is going to help a lot of people become seven-figure copywriters in 7 days or less, in 30 days or less, with just their smartphone. You don't really need to have your laptop. You don't need to have anything. Just be dedicated to become a copywriter and come and learn. I've trained over 15,000 students, and you're not an exception. So this program these are the things you're going to be learning in this program. I'm going to be teaching you the A to Z of copywriting. Even though you're a beginner, this A to Z is going to take you from a total newbie to a pro. You're also going to be learning the attraction system to capture readers into buyers on steroids. This is the attraction system. I'm going to show you what exactly the emotional ingredients you put in your copies, whether email copies, whether sales letters, to show, to trigger a buyer to take a particular action. You're also going to be learning the magnetic hook framework. This hook framework is how to write catchy headlines and hooks that attracts that keeps people reading your copy. Now, another beautiful thing that many of you should know that I am good at is storytelling. The ability to tell story and infuse emotions on your readers so that they can be emotionally attached to what you're saying and eventually buy from you or the people you're writing for. I'm also going to be showing you the audience research guide to show you how to find the right people who can pay you. It's not everywhere that you find people that can pay you. I'm also going to be showing you the 7-figure, freelancing guide that shows you exactly how to become a profitable freelancer in 30 days or less. You're also going to be learning the portfolio creation blueprint that shows you exactly how to create an irresistible portfolio, like one I'm going to be showing right now. I'm going to be showing you how to create a portfolio just like this. This is one of my students. This is one of my students. This is how he created his portfolio, a very, very, a very, very responsive portfolio. How to do this. I'm going to be showing you how to do this so that you can land when somebody sees your website, and this thing is done easily with AI, very, very simple. And all these links are clickable. When you click here, it takes you somewhere. When you click here, it takes you to a particular page. Let's even do it. When you click here to his portfolio, you see exactly what's, so his portfolio is currently on, on private. So let's let's respect that of view portfolio. Okay, it's currently on private. So he has a lot of copies there, so he's protecting it. So I'm going to teach you how to build, build very, very up website like this. This is a portfolio website. It shows your client exactly what you can do, your landing page, your sales page optimization walkthrough that shows you exactly how to make your profile catchy. You're also going to be learning the email marketing, the email copywriting secrets. It's an A to Z guide that guide that shows you exactly how to craft compelling emails. You're also going to be learning the sales copy generation secrets. You're also going to be learning how to use AI to write, copies, top-notch copies in minutes without cracking your head. You're also going to be learning the what offline client getting framework. Lastly, I'm going to also be teaching you the copywriting content creator system. So in our community currently, we are going to be going into a content challenge. We are going to be doing it together. So when you have a community like this, under my mentorship, under the supervision of a mentor that is going to coach you, that's going to keep you on your toes, just trying to like make you work and get that result you're looking for. Just like many of those people in the past wasn't able to give me, because I know many of us have met online coaches that have not really, really benefited. You've not really, really benefited from them. And you're like, does this online stuff work? So that is why I've reduced the barrier of entry. Instead of 25,000, you can pay 4,997. Now, if you're interested, all you need to do is towards the link is in the bio. The link is in the description of this video. So you can just, send the payment. It's just 4,997 if you're paying tonight. Payment is going to increase very, very soon. So if you're interested, you can just attached is the I just pinned the account details. So when you make your payment, you send it to my DM. So that is one way to build your portfolio through mentorship. Now, another way to build your portfolio is through what? Okay, I think that is all. That is the 6 ways. So if I'm to ask you right now, what is your best way? If I should ask you, give me your best three top ways to build your portfolio. What are your top 3 ways to build your portfolio? Remember what we said. We started from doing the free jobs, doing actual jobs, group job, volunteering, certification, and having a mentor. Which way is your best way forward building a portfolio? So put it in the comment section, guys. So finally, I want to show you guys how to. So one thing is that payment for the program is going to be, all these things is not open forever. Once you miss a slot currently, you may not be. So if you have the money, or if you can make a down payment, it will be very, very fine. So if you're interested, you can register yourself. You can make a down payment if you want to pay on Monday, just to secure the 5K slot. You can pay half and maybe complete it later. You understand? So that is how to show that you're serious. You understand? So if you want to really make payment on Monday, you can secure it, because after this week, payment is going to increase. So now let me show you how to land jobs on Upwork and all these freelance websites. Let me show you guys how to land some jobs on Upwork and freelance websites. Now, there are a lot of ways to land jobs. You can actually land a job on, you can actually land your job on LinkedIn. You can land jobs on Instagram. You can land jobs on Facebook. It depends on you. You understand? All you just need to do is just to follow a particular guide. You need to follow a particular guide. Now, people that are don't get confused. The current price of the program is 25,000 naira. But if you're paying from now till tomorrow, which is Friday, you have the opportunity to pay 4,997. That is 4,997, approximately 5,000 naira. So 4,997. So check the group description, check the description of this video for the account details, or you can use the account details in the you can check the account details in the so right now my network is having a lot of issues. I cannot go to all these websites, but let me see if we can go over to Upwork, even though tomorrow is when we are going to be landing our jobs. But let me show you, tomorrow we are going to be landing jobs on Upwork. I'm going to be showing you how to do it. But currently I have network issue. But I wonder why you guys are still hearing me. But it's kind of slow. It's kind of slow. So I may not be able to do a lot of walkthrough today, but tomorrow we are going to be doing landing our first client. I'm going to be showing you how to land jobs from Upwork. A lot of customers, a lot of people, they are looking for people that will do their job for them. They are looking for people that will write their copies for them, especially in the third world country like the United States, America, like Britain. They are looking for people to help them write copies. If they are paying people in their country, they are paying them, a lot of pounds, because they are paying them heavy minimum wage, and they are paying them based on how much they work. So for just a few work, they can be paying, 400 pounds or $400, or so they always come to Nigeria, they always come to Africa to come and get skilled people that are very, very skilled in all these jobs, and they employ us and pay us just a half price of it, and which a half price is still okay for us, because this country is not really easy. By the time you stack up half our prices, and one thing about foreign clients is that they don't stress you like the African clients. The foreign client, they just want to get the job done. And once you can do it for them, they are not lazy. They some of them even do some editings by themselves. Some of them even work with you and make life easy for you. Unlike Nigeria, I don't like this. Create this again. I don't like this design. If you're a graphics designer, you're going to understand what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to log in Upwork, but now since this is not working, let me give you guys a real life stimulation on how to land jobs. I'm trying to get into my Upwork profile so that I can show you guys the practical, but the network is not good for now. But I'm going to use ChatGPT to show you guys a stimulation of a job, how to land job as a word freelancer. So if you can see my screen, just fix your gaze at my screen. Maybe you have a job. Maybe um imagine I was scrolling on Upwork and I saw several. Imagine I was scrolling on Upwork for copywriting jobs. For copywriting jobs, kindly act as a kindly act as an kindly act as Upwork or Fiverr and give me a list of 5 copywriting listings. So ChatGPT is going to give us a real life stimulation. Now you can see it's not even loading because of this network issue. So you can see the first one. So the first job you're going to be seeing on this internet space is a direct response word sales page copywriter needed. Direct response sales page copywriter needed for a high ticket offer. The budget is worth $150 to $500 per project. So that is what they want. The second one is what the email copywriter for a weekly campaign. This is for an e-commerce brand, and their budget is $20 to $50 per email. Now they're looking for beginner to intermediate. That means they're looking for somebody that is just starting, and that is why their price is still small. Now another person is short form ad copywriter. Facebook ad copywriter and Instagram. These people, your job is just to help them write simple Facebook ad copy, and they pay you from 100 to 300. So another one is YouTube script writer. This one is not copywriting job. Then the other one is what, landing page for fitness products. Their budget is what, from 75 to what, 350. Now, which one should we pick out of everything here? Should we pick number one? Should we pick number two? Should we pick the direct response copywriter for a sales? Should we pick this one, direct response sales page copywriter needed for high tickets? Or should pick email copywriter? Or we should pick short form ad copies? Or we should pick YouTube ad scripts? No, YouTube is not there. Or we should pick landing page. Which one should we pick out of the four? Put it in the comment section. If you want us to pick number one, type one. If you want us to pick number two, write two. Or just put it in the comment section. Let me know. So I'm going to teach you guys how to write the particular. I'm teaching you to write a particular, how to pitch for these jobs by yourself. All right, since nobody is talking, let me just go straight to picking anyone at random. Okay, somebody said I should pick number two. All right, number two. So when you see that job online, all you just need to do is to just copy everything in the job. Just copy everything in the job. Understand? Just copy it like this. Then tell AI towards, kindly help me write a convincing proposal for this job. Then you're just going to provide it your name. You provide it your name, maybe Miracle Dorcas. You're going to provide it your words, your email, miracledorcas@gmail.com. Oh. At ChatGPT.com. This is just a test, or you're going to provide your phone number. Then your phone number can be something like this. You're also going to provide it your portfolio link, miracledorcas.com. Understand? Then these are just the informations you provided. Then this is just all. Then you just give it a command. Help use my information to write this proposal. So you just click on what, enter. All you just need to do is to copy everything in that job and just give AI. Don't be shy. AI is there for everybody. You understand? But at the end of the day, when you use it to copy it, you need to still do some editing. So you can see how it's aligned everything. So right now, this is not a very, very good work. It's not a very, it's a good one because it has a stack. So you copy it and you go over to your words. You go over to your Google Drive and you edit it there. So when you edit it, you just edit it. You paste everything there. When you paste everything, you start doing some editing. You remember the line spacing I told you guys, you make it so big. You have a lot of white line spacing. And for this thing, before writing a single word, I focus on, you need to use bullets. As a copywriter, you need to also be very, very skilled in using bullets. Do you understand the meaning of bullets? Bullets is just like having a numbering system. Yeah, something like this. Okay, it didn't come out well, but bullets can be something like this. Let's just use dash. You understand? So, and yeah, this place like this, everything you should have a bullet here, a strong curiosity driven headline. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. You understand? Great. So yeah, just a dash there. Now at the end of the day, all these things don't matter to the client. The client just wants to see how neat you are what people look out for is how neat your work, how neat your word portfolio is, your write-up is. And it shouldn't be so ambiguous. That's why it should just be like one page or at most two, because of you're going towards do a lot of line spacing. So in this place, you can just go over to what increase it to double line spacing, then increase the word font size to something like 14 so that it will be big. And rename it something like portfolio, or you now rename it something like proposal. Then you can now download it as a what? A PDF. Understand? So if you also know the name of the client, you can say hello James or hello John. Now, if you save it as a PDF, this is how it shows. You understand? So when you're doing your own editing, you do it well. You add all those bold, you add italics, see your offer, your portfolio, your proposal needs to be like as if you're writing a copy. All these things I just did here is because I'm just rushing, I'm racing with time. If you want to write proposal, your proposal should be crispy good, as if you're writing a copy. See how your portfolio should look like. A portfolio should look like a real copy. You threaten the customer, because you can't give them any opportunity. Your portfolio can be something like this. Okay, let me just show you guys this particular one. As neat as probably this. Your portfolio, everything should be standard. So you're not just sending a portfolio with white letter, white and black. You're sending them proof in one line. You're sending them proof. You're sending them everything. So if you're downloading this particular work, all those indicators, all those things, like if you're downloading this work, this is how it's going to be looking. It's not looking like white and black. It's looking like real. You took your time. So every job you're doing, you must find a way towards take it so serious. Because the truth is that many people are also submitting portfolio like you. And if you want to learn how to do all these things, there's only one place to learn it. Like I keep telling you, you only learn it from the Dominate with Copywriting. That is Dominate DWC Bootcamp. That is DWC program. I've already trained all these works I'm showing you, all these things I'm showing you. They are not my work. They have work from my students. You understand? They are work from my students. So if you're interested, don't waste any time to register. The truth is that this offer is very, very limited. You've seen how I have grown from where I was to where I am right now. If you really like my results, you want to actually get the same thing I've gotten over time, you believe it's possible for yourself, or you just see like, I am the one for you, then take your chance. Register for this, mentorship program. It's an insane amount because this is the amount you used to buy suya. This amount you used to buy what? Shawarma. I bought a lot of things this year. And knowledge is something I always appreciate. I even bought a course on Monday. And when I bought that course on Monday, I just realized that this course is not that good. And this course was selling at 50,000 naira. When I bought the course, I just knew that, this person did not do a great work. There's no community, there's no anything. And it's 50,000 naira. And that is the reason why I like bringing my price, so that everybody can have a very smooth entry. You leave BOSSUHZI program and you buy somebody else's program and you start complaining that all coaches are scam. This is one person that can give you that thing you're looking for is the DWC and BOSSUHZI. So if you want to bank with me, you want to work with me, I'll be willing to open my hands to work with everybody. I'm interested in your growth. I want to see you win. If you win, is my own win, because tomorrow you're going to give me a car key telling me, BOSSUHZI, the reason why I am making so much money right now is because I learned this copywriting from you. Thank you. BOSSUHZI, take this Benz. Or BOSSUHZI, take this amount of money. Be paying tithes because you have abundance. You first finish your family, then look at my coach. So that is that for now. If you have any question to ask, I'm willing to answer your questions. There's a lot of things I'm going to tell you, but you don't have the fortitude to bear them now. The community is going to be a lifetime access that is going to benefit you. So if you have started paying Just type paid in the comment section. If you're going to be one of the people that is going to be taking a slot, and you've paid already, just type paid in the comment section. Let me know the people that is going to be taking action. Let me know the people that will be taking action today to join the copywriting, Dominate With Copywriting program. So is this a question, sir? If you land a job, what time duration is expected for you to submit the work? So it wouldn't. Now, if you can, depending on what the customer wants or the client wants, if the person says you should submit in 2 days, submit in 2 days. Is the person has you're going to find it in the job brief. So they are going to give you duration. There was a client I wrote for. I wrote the duration of that job was 2 weeks. And this it was insanely so easy for me to do that in just one day. You understand? So I did it in one day, but I gave it to him. But when they just work with the duration, don't go if they give you to submit in a particular time, try and submit on that particular day. You understand? So that is it. You can submit faster, you can submit on the particular day, but don't extend don't go over their timing. And most copywriting projects, it is like a 1 week. Most times they give you 1 week or 2 weeks. But there was one easy project, insanely easy, and the money was so insanely big that they gave me 2 weeks. I was just sleeping and waking up, sleeping and waking up. House rent is there, well money is there, inverter money is there. Sleep. They paid me half of it. Half of it was able to sort out a lot of bills. Out of it was able to make me on flex. I finished the work fast. I came back, did the work. The man did not even do one single correction. Okay, just one few lines, changing of lines. So this is how your money will come. He said, God is going to bless the works of your hands. He said, thou a man diligent in his work. You will sit before kings. Not if you're diligent in building your copywriting skills, you're not going to sit before low clients that will be paying you 20K or 50K. You're going to be sitting among the kings. So everything is stage by stage. God is not going to reward you when you're a beginner. God is not going to reward you. The illusion that many people, somebody who does, one client who does come and give you 7 million dash, change that illusion. You need to climb up there. And climbing up there is just all about, like you can see me, every day of my life, I plan my day. You can see my book. I plan my day. Everything is there. You plan your day as a copywriter, as a freelancer, you plan your day every time in the morning, because it's very, very easy for you to default as a freelancer. So you plan your day. When you plan your day, write down opening prayer. I want to work out. After working out, write this copy, write this content, create this video. Put yourself out there, then do this client work, finish up this client work, edit this video. That is how to plan your day. You're going to be successful. But when you wake up in the morning, no plan, you watch film, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, balance it up with what? X. Then wake up, sleep again because of fatigue. As a freelancer, it is very deceptive. Don't even think that productivity is easy. There is a systematic way, and I have those systems everywhere of my life. You see books everywhere. They are all books, they are all materials written. Even though they do online stuff, they are all written, full of works. You understand? So all these things, you're not going to actually get this information anywhere except somebody that really loves you. I have friends that are doing well. If you ask them, well, come and show me the way, they'll be telling you to learn Amazon KDP. They'll be telling you to learn this one. Show me that one that you're doing. Nobody is willing to give you the way right now. That is why you just need to, when somebody has told you the way, just believe it. When somebody is interested in showing you the way, just believe it. And for this opportunity, check the risks you're going to be paying for it. It's your 5,000 naira product that will just change your life. Even if BOSSUHZI and the system doesn't change your life, the people you meet in the community, one person will change your life. With that being said, I also like to talk about the assignment. Why did a lot of you not do the assignment I gave? It just makes me look like the 5-day challenge is not profitable. I don't know why. I gave a challenge, I gave an assignment, many people did not do it. Is it that many of you are still working on it? Because it's a time frame. I gave you 1 day, 24 hours to do an assignment. So the reason why I give time frames like this is because this is how you work when you have a job. You understand? So do you think I should give more room for submission of assignment before I review? Or I should just mark the ones I have? All right, I think the time is already past 9. I think we need to go. So it's been an awesome time. It's been an awesome time, like with everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Tomorrow, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do real life jobs. It's going to be an amazing time. Tomorrow, I'm going to be showing you how to land your first copywriting job. And I want everybody to be live. So if you've gotten value from today's class, just tap a love emoji in the comment section. Just hit a love emoji in the comment section. So I can see gift said paid, congratulations. Imitope said paid. After the class right now, I'll onboard you. That is if I've not onboarded you. So if you got value, just drop a love in the comment section. Just drop a love in the comment section. Viral vibes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think you guys got value. I'm so delighted to have everyone. Don't be offended. I'm just getting to know there's an assignment. Okay, many people are just getting to know there's an assignment. Maybe you're not in the group. If you're not in the group, you can check the group description. In the video description of this correct live session, you're going to see a link to join the class, or you can just go to BOSSUHZI.com. Then you're going to join the WhatsApp group. And the challenge is going to be ending tomorrow, but nevertheless, you still have an opportunity. I've been reading for exam. I just realized it was an assignment. That is it. So maybe I'll just evaluate the people that are submitted. So maybe in the future, or maybe when you get into the boot camp, I can start evaluating your copies. With that being said, I saw 1, 2, 3, 4 loves. One more. If you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe. Please, one more love, then I'll know that I've actually done a good job. Then we can go. One more love. Thank you so much, everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you so much, guys. Good night and God bless you. So happy to have everyone on ground. See you tomorrow, same time, same station.